Hi, we're back. Um, yeah, as you know, my koa tree has passed away, so I planted another one. So it's not quite as tall as me. So right now we're next to my koa tree instead of under my koa tree. This is projects. Being almost to the holiday season, I'm gonna make a kaleidoscope. There's a lot of projects that you can get from all of the online and mail order companies, and you can do lots of things: letter openers, bottle stoppers, vegetable peelers, pizza cutters, all kinds of stuff. You can thumb through your catalogs. One of the things that I did learn when I ordered this, we'll be making a kaleidoscope today. One of the things that I did learn is you need to read the instructions first, because I assumed that I would have everything, but I don't. One of the things that is required and I do not have is a 13th 16th Forstner bit for this particular kit. I do have a spade bit, but they don't make such a nice hole, but I don't think that that's going to matter. So I already drilled a hole. Oh, let's talk about this. This is a safety drive. Instead of having spurs, it has just this ring. And what is safe about this is if you do get a catch or anything, it just stops your project and nothing happens and your lathe turns and you're safe. What happens if you have a spur or something like that that's driving is that the machine is still going and the spurs are spinning and you get a catch and the spurs try to work their way out and fling your wood someplace. So this kit also requires a bushing, which I didn't know I needed to buy, so I'm going to improvise, and this happens to fit in there, and this is the 60-degree cone, so it goes like so, and we may proceed. So I got the kit and I made a circle of traced around the end, so I know how far is the maximum I can turn down to. I also sanded this and I put Z-egg super glue because that's going to be my finish. So I finished that already, so hopefully we don't get anything to ramp out and you know. Anyway, so we're gonna rough this down, and I don't think I need to show that too much. So let's try time warp, and if that don't work, then we'll get to the end. Okay, so I roughed this out, and I don't know how much of that is going to be on video, but I sanded the 400. If you was watching, I don't sand with the grain except on the very last grit. So this is scribble finish. Oh, so while I'm doing this, when you go shopping for these things, my 2 cents is do not go looking for the cheapest kits that you can find, because the most expensive part of these projects is this piece of wood and your time. This is a piece of scrap core. Oh, this turns out pretty nice. Anyway, so this is super glue finish. This is my process. There's as many people as Turn that uses super glue as a finish. There are that many different methods. I forgot my accelerator. I'm gonna have to stop and let me get my accelerator. I'll be right back. Okay, this is how I do my super glue. My super glue finish. Sorry. Um, yeah, the first coat was thin. I normally don't use accelerator on that, and that's why I remembered I don't have it. Depending on your accelerator and your super glue, sometimes you can get the accelerator to make your super glue white, and if you do that, then you're kind of stuck because you're gonna sand off your finish all the way. Second coat, I put medium. Let that spin for a little while. Then I'll hit it with accelerator. And sorry, I kicked the stand, and I sand with 400, which is my finest, whatever your finest is you can use. And what I want to do, and there's people that disagree with this, of course, but what I want to do is I want to get most of the super glue off and back as close to the bare wood as I can. And the reason for that is super glue is ish a plastic, and I like my things, especially things that I handle, to not feel like plastic and to be as close to wood feeling as possible. I love the feeling of wood, so that's my 2 cents on that. And check to see if you have any ripples. Had to get my rag here, sorry. So that doesn't have much super glue on there now, and I think I'm a little bit closer to the wood. So this is thin, number 2. There's many ways of doing this. This is my way. I've heard people say you should always use gloves for this, but I can speak that if you use gloves and the super glue hardens, you're going to glue your glove there, and you're going to have this piece of blue or black rubber in your thing that you got to sand off. So I choose to have my skin removed when I get too much super glue on, so it's just a personal choice. This is going to be it. If I can get the glue out. One thing that I noticed, if in case you haven't already noticed, I use those paper towels, and the reason for that is I believe that super glue is accelerated by cotton. So if you use a cotton to do this, it hastens. Oh, I keep kicking that thing. It hastens the super glue drying. So yeah, you don't want that. And this is a light sanding. So now I have a thin layer of super glue. Gotta be sure you get that edge. It's just a rag. And what I'm looking for is little spirals that you have when you apply this stuff. So this is going to be the last coat, and that's all it takes. These, what is that, 2, 4, 5 coats. And this one will be just very, very, very light because you got all of your stuff already there. I lost my thing. I hope I can get it. All right, close enough. This is that grit and shine product again. And that's what happens when you cover your thing up. I gotta go clean all that out, but I'm not telling you about. After this, I will clean it out. But yeah, if you're not using it, cover it up so you don't spray your container with pieces of wood. I'm trying to get the pieces of wood out, because I am sure that if you have a finish, that when you put that piece of wood on there, that it will scratch your little delicate surface there. And these guys, they say you can do this because there's some form of grit in there that you can, it'll get shinier and shinier every time you do this, and it does. So there's a point where, oh, you know what, I'm done. Okay, so I hope you can get the idea of how this works in there. And So you're looking at that end eyepiece thing, and you can rotate this. I can't seem to keep this still, and sorry.